Good evening from Toronto. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. And Jay, the Grizzlies have long departed Vancouver. The Raptors are Canada's team. And right now, one of the most consistent in the NBA.
And this team has a whole country behind them, Ed, just not a city. And I'm so sick and tired of fans talking about this team can't make it out of the playoffs. They have the personnel to achieve the ultimate level of success, and that's winning an NBA championship.
No, in hockey terms, he's ready to drop the gloves. We're ready to go in this one in Toronto. Bledsoe to Lopez. Can't connect from in close.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Nice pass to set things up.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Bucks at the controls. Antetokounmpo to Middleton. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Here comes the screen. Lowry down low for Leonard. Nice pace, sets it up and slams it down.
Old school equals high percentage.
What's up, man? And the Sixers got eliminated by the Raptors.
Here comes the screen.
No. The Sixers didn't get eliminated by the Raptors.
To Antetokounmpo. Middleton. His first effort.
The Sixers. We are waiting the winners of the Raptors and Milwaukee.
Make something happen.
So no. We're still in it. We're in the third round. We just knocked off New York the other night. That last game, game 4 that you missed. We just knocked off.
Down to 4 to shoot. Shot by Leonard won't go.
We knocked off the New York Knicks.
Teams take days
so this
off,
is the last
but
game.
This defense keeps maintaining that style of pace defensively.
Okay.
This is going to be a dogfight.
Milwaukee playing Toronto. Game 3 and 4.
Missed it. How'd that not go down?
And this series is almost just about
Don't
over.
let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every
Houston
time.
Rockets knocked off OKC.
Okay, I was confused. Was gonna say you just played the Knicks.
Buries it on
the I played them the other day.
Eyes in the back of his head or what?
The Sixers. We played the Knicks the other day. We swept them.
Even I didn't.
So now we're going to play the winner of Milwaukee and the winner of Toronto. I think we're going to play the Raptors.
But okay, winner of this plays the Sixers.
From the area won't go down.
Right, the winner of this one plays the Sixers. Correct.
That's how you actually dig in the dirt.
Because we just swept the Knicks. We beat the Bulls in the first round. Then we beat the Knicks. And then now we got to face off between Milwaukee or Toronto, which is going to be a good game. Toronto is good.
Good start.
We split with them this season. They're going to give us a run for our money. That's going to be the series, I think.
I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me,
Toronto
you can't go
Raptors.
anywhere without his
I got the Toronto Raptors win. I think they're better than Milwaukee. Some people may not, some people say it's up for debate.
Down low to Lopez. To Bledsoe.
But I got
going down to
Toronto.
Now down to 3.
I like Toronto this year. I like what they're working with.
No good.
It was good last year,
have it going every single night.
Into LeBron James. That's what the problem.
Decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Kawhi Leonard looking good. 4 for 5.
They're going to have to
Yeah, I agree. Toronto is too good for the Bucks.
He's carving them up in the first
quarter. No doubt. Toronto,
come out flat. Slow start.
Toronto, we're going to face off with Toronto. We're still the number 1 seed.
Jay, it seems
Toronto is number 6. So I definitely think it'll go 6 games. I don't know. It depends right now because we're playing really good right now.
Giannis is the best player in the Eastern Conference.
I don't know. And out west, we got 2 teams left.
Let's not forget,
it's going to be Houston Rockets and Golden State. I'm excited about that.
Second best player in the game.
Okay, so Houston Rockets are playing Golden State out west. Those are the last 2 teams. All the rest of the teams went home. So I was able to play out all these games. I'm so happy about it. I played out all the games. Took me about 3 days to do this simulation. I got the teams playing each other. This is my own little unique thing. You know, I may not do it in the future. I don't know. I'm in between. The simulation adds another element to my tournament.
Both coaches hitting the reset button.
This is just, my little thing that I do. That's all. Little signature thing. You know, but you do got people that do simulation. Because you can find out which teams are better. You know, you watch them play each other. And if you're playing in a tournament, you want to know which team is better.
So Leonard.
So if you watch two teams play each other before you play, you can get an idea how to overcome your opponent.
No good.
You see, this is something that everybody has,
you know,
but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
It'll help you so you don't get thrown to the wolves.
To Adetokunbo. And the finish, slam dunk.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Leonard to Van Vliet. That'll get out off the Raptors.
Yay, gonna be good. The Sixers versus Raptors that could be Eastern Finals in real life this year. LOL.
Control of the basketball.
You know, I'm glad you mentioned that, buddy, when we talk about laugh out loud. You know what? I did a lot of predictions. The crazy part about it, you know, when we did a video game, nobody ever thinks that video games were predictions to come to life. But it is very possible.
Nothing going here on that.
You know, the Eagles last year, they did a video game prediction. Some people said the Eagles beat on Madden football. The Eagles could beat the Patriots. And in real life, the Eagles actually beat the Patriots. You know, I had some friends that put a bet on 2 computer teams on a video game. And so, check it out. Toronto is good in real life. Boston is not that good this year.
Send a message.
Boston will not be in the Eastern Conference Finals. I'm sorry to hurt a lot of Celtics fans. They will not be in the Eastern Conference Finals at all. Boston will not be there. New York will not be there. Milwaukee are a good team, but Toronto Raptors, to me, got that fire. They got that fire. And the Philadelphia Sixers will be the 3rd seed. Last year, they were the 3rd seed. That's what, no, I'm sorry. I think they were the 4th.
The Raptors in front.
Because Boston was 3rd. So, I see the Sixers and Toronto Raptors. This may be my own little made-up thing on the video game, but NBA Live predicted this, not me. So NBA Live on this game franchise mode.
Yay, the Knicks in the playoffs is unrealistic. LOL.
Yeah.
Distinguished itself. Jay, what stood out?
And when both teams are playing at this level, it just continues to reaffirm.
Well, guess what? I had the Phoenix Suns in the playoffs.
Entire week.
Remember, I'm playing franchise mode.
Chance to be a great one down the stretch.
Yeah, remember that MC Eagles? I play franchise mode. So when I play franchise mode, I do it for real. You know. So yeah, this is video game sports. Of course, we know that, but I play it for real. So whenever I do video game sports, MC Eagles, man, I come close to the real game. Baseball, I don't do 162 games, but I play about 100 games before I go into postseason. So baseball, I'm pretty close. Basketball, I play 82 games out. When I do NHL every year, I play out 82 games. So I'm kind of close. My playoff series is best out of 7. You know, I follow a real league, how they do it. So we're just doing it in video game mode, but I still love it because we can make predictions from the video game. You can also do fantasy mode
Lopez, down
with the video game.
Slams it down.
I don't think I could do that on the 5-foot rim.
The video game got good predictions. New York Knicks unrealistic. Boston Celtics, they got knocked out in the first round.
Jay, how do you even beat
Toronto beat Boston?
Describe the whirlwind that is
now, if Boston was in the Eastern Conference Finals, on the video game, people say that's unrealistic.
They were the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference.
Right?
When you think about them,
but Toronto Raptors, will they be in the Eastern Conference Finals?
Over to firing their
and then when we go out west, we got Golden State and Houston Rockets.
Still having a chance to win
with
the Eastern
NBA
Conference
Live realistic right now that the Rockets and Golden State will play.
Here on that drive.
That's going to be a good series. I like that series. Of course, Golden State, man, is 7 games. Let's go 7 games. Houston and Golden State got to go 7 games.
As my mother would say to the defender,
got to go 7 games. Or Golden State are winning 6.
Controlled by the Raptors.
Houston going to get 2 wins over Golden State. No doubt. They're going to get 2 wins. But,
Yay, but wanted to check in, was confused where the Sixers was. Sorry I don't stay long lately, but it's late LT night when I check in, but I hop. So good night, man.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Number 7, Kyle Lowry. Subbing in for the Milwaukee Bucks, number 34.
Honor here won't go down. Fred VanVleet goes to the left side. Leonard. That's off the side of the rim, short.
Have a good night, Odette. Try and see the Sixers series against the winner of this.
Oh, definitely. Make sure you're there, stay tuned. Don't miss it, you know what I mean? It's going to be a long series, though. I know it's going to be us in Toronto, or we might go for the sweep. But I think we're going to play the Raptors, and you don't want to miss the game. So you want to see that matchup, you don't want to miss us in Toronto.
You know what I like
but the Sixers, we looking good, too.
Instead of putting his head down and forcing the action, he patiently
don't
waits
miss
for
it
the
when it
play to
comes.
develop.
I should be doing that tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow sometime.
Leonard to Lowry. Has a chance.
Okay, I will, man, can't wait. MOGZZZ.
Bledsoe with it up top. Down 2. And score.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with
right?
ease.
On a video game, if we meet, that might actually be Eastern Conference Finals. Look that up, MC Eagles, on your fantasy. And ask anybody. Toronto Raptors this year and the Sixers. Realistic or fantasy, what could they tell you?
Oh, deny! As my old teammate RJ would say, stay down, clown.
Bledsoe. Missed a wide open look. Valanciunas with the denial.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Easy layup.
Lowry into the front court. Counting down toward a minute to go in this first half. To Leonard. Baseline drive. Just not going down.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
Bledsoe to Middleton. Has a look. Gets a look. Can't hit.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Trying to cash in. Middleton off the mark.
It's so important to instill confidence in your best player. I know he missed a shot earlier, but that doesn't mean that you can't run the same exact play and let him prove he's a player he thinks he is and we all know he is.
We reached halftime in a 2-point game. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks, Ed. The Bucks will start the second half with a narrow lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Milwaukee Bucks. The Raptors aren't down by much after 2 quarters. And even though they don't have the lead, they're doing a great job of moving the ball around. They might find themselves on the winning end of the scoreboard if they can keep it up. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Toronto Raptors.
Game track. Points in the paint.
These teams decided to get physical with each other in the first half, putting an emphasis on close-range scoring. You may have heard me say it before. You need a soft touch to finish in the paint.
Player of the half.
Brook Lopez tallied a lot of blocks in the first half and really made his presence known on the defensive end. I bet we end up seeing the opposition get even more timid around him.
Who was cold?
Lowry hasn't been able to land a single shot thus far in this matchup. I'm sure he'd like to redeem himself in the second half. But the way things have been going thus far, it's hard to believe it's going to happen for him. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
For the Raptors right now, it's twofold. Not just winning with Kawhi, but trying to keep Kawhi.
Well, in order to do the latter, one would think that if you win with Kawhi now, you can keep Kawhi, but I don't believe that to happen. I think Toronto has to look at this as a one-year lease. You have to get as much out of Kawhi as you can. The goal is to win a championship, and the goal is to win one now.
Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Lowry into the front court. His guys trail now by 4. A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go down. Giannis with it up top. His guys lead here early stages, third quarter. Knocked loose, and a whistle.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
He struggled just a little bit, 2 for 5.
Giannis reminds me of Kevin Durant, and obviously their relationship has evolved even to the point where publicly KD gave him advice, and that was to play for himself. You think about the similarities, KD playing at OKC before he left for a bigger market in Golden State could be similar to the fate that of Giannis. But Giannis is a guy born of Nigerian parents, from Greece, loves small market towns, has a crack in his cell phone, likes to push a shopping cart down the aisle like anybody else. But it doesn't matter because the lights can shine bright for wherever Giannis decides to play.
Lowry to Leonard. Has a chance. Kawhi Leonard. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Antetokounmpo. Able to convert inside.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Leonard. Wide open look, won't go.
Oh, I like that. You got the defense rotating from side to side. They're even recovering late, but still, you got to make that one.
To Middleton. DiVincenzo. They'll get it down low to Lopez. Brook Lopez. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
And the true test of a team's character is how they respond when they get hit in the mouth. Keep digging.
Middleton. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Screen coming. Here's Leonard for 2. He's looking for that touch. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder in the defensive end.
Jay, what do you make of the pressure on this franchise? A whole country is watching.
For Masai Ujiri, it's all about outlook because perspective is everything. And pressure makes diamonds, my friend. So if you're Ujiri, you're throwing everything at the wall and you're seeing what sticks. Even hiring old staff members of the San Antonio Spurs who are very good friends with Kawhi Leonard and Jeremy Castleberry over to the staff to try to get him around. Because the goal is to win now. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, but right now.
New blood coming in for both sides. Kawhi Leonard. Add 2 points to the board.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Bledsoe with the basketball. His team leads it by 10. Giannis Antetokounmpo. 4 out of 7.
This offseason was the summer of Giannis. He discovered so much about the American culture, even some of the sweets. And I see his game has gotten even sweeter.
Nothing going here on that drive. Here's Leonard for 2. That's usually one that he'll knock down.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Giannis for 2. And it's Leonard there to clear the rebound. Strong finish that time for Danny Green. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Eric Bledsoe. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
Oh, don't see the read, be the read.
Toronto has the basketball. Here comes the screen. Takes stock of the floor, spins, and scores.
We got to tell our producer in the truck, you got to tag that highlight.
Bledsoe with it up top. Lead stands at 10. To Antetokounmpo. Middleton. Here's Lopez, down low. Scores from the post. Just inside the arc, at the buzzer. 3 quarters down. The Bucks in control so far. The Bucks to inbound to start this final quarter. They have clearly been the better side so far. Jay, that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Well, the cardinal rule in the game of sport is whenever you go into the fourth quarter, it's 0-0. You have to play the game with the scoreboard saying 0-0. And if you can win that game by double digits, then you've done your job in the fourth.
It's the Raptors with the basketball. Leonard to Van Vliet. Probing the defense. Fred Van Vliet to Leonard. Beyond the arc for three. Tough shot. Well defended.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Leonard to Van Vliet. Bucks have it.
I'm looking at the bench right now, and the coach is saying, keep pushing it, keep going.
Fires the three. Well defended. To Van Vliet. They'll get it down to Leonard. Oh, nice find for the basket.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Brogdon to Adetokunbo. And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
First try, no good. Second one's good. Splits the pair. Lowry with it. Trailing by 15. To Leonard. For three. Won't go down.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Adetokunbo to Bledsoe. Here comes the screen. Has a look. Off the mark. Well contested. To Leonard. Lets it fly from beyond the arc.
That'll be a winning formula in overtime every time. Answer a 2 on one end with a 3 on the other. Ed, tell me if I'm wrong, but I think a 3 is more than a 2, correct?
That is great math, my friend. Brogdon to Adetokunbo. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Can't convert the free throw. Lowry, and it's good.
Consistency wins a game. Sometimes you have to double down. I'm sure that's what their coach told them to do in the locker room. Keep shooting your shot.
To Bledsoe. Call the foul. Jay, he was there too late.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Eric Bledsoe, a couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 79% at the line. First one goes down.
Coming right back to you.
Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. Ball controlled by Kyle Lowry to Leonard. Lowry to Leonard. The Raptors down to 3 on the shot clock to Valanciunas. Shot clock expires, 24-second violation. Substitution being made in this one.
For the Milwaukee Bucks, number 22, Chris Middleton.
Bledsoe. To Adetokunbo. To Bledsoe. Trying to cash in, and he buries it.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Lowry to Ibaka. Danny Green to Leonard. Screen coming. Knocked loose, and his foot was on the line. It's going the other way. Bledsoe to Middleton. Shot from the lane won't go. Lowry to Leonard. Lowry. Oh, bad pass, and the Bucks have it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Bledsoe to Adetokunbo. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Can't connect from in close. The Bucks claim victory as they win this one handily. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Bucks won this matchup with a significant margin. The scoring display they put on is going to be hard to forget. It's hard to imagine anyone doesn't come away impressed with how effectively they score their points. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Milwaukee Bucks. The Raptors lost this game long before the final buzzer, and every team in this league loses games. You just don't want to lose them like this. I can already see a players-only meeting in their future. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Toronto Raptors.
Game track. Steals. Player of the game.
Antetokounmpo gets the award for the most obvious reason, and that's his scoring output. He couldn't be stopped, and it was incredible to watch. We handpicked them for you. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. We look forward to seeing you again next time.
Won by the Milwaukee Bucks. Jay, 44 wins for the Bucks a year ago. 7th best record in the East. They lose a Game 7 at Boston. In your mind, foundation, is it in place in Milwaukee?
The foundation is on its way, but last year was a disappointment for the Milwaukee Bucks. 2 years ago, they finished 6th in the Eastern Conference. And last year, when you play against the Celtics, a team that does not have 2 of its star players in Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward, the Bucks should have won that. But it always seems like it comes down to injuries and lack of chemistry for the Bucks.
To Danny Green. Here's a chance from long range. Lopez there to get the rebound. Bledsoe with the basketball. Leads a bucket to Middleton. Oh, had him going there for a second. Whoa, Chris Middleton, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Lowry to Danny Green. To Ibaka. 5 to shoot for Toronto. Kawhi Leonard. Rebound comes to Bledsoe. Giannis in control of the basketball. They lead it. 4-point game. The pass set it all up.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Toronto with the basketball. Surveys the floor. Lowry to Danny Green. Rocking the rim.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds the inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
Antetokounmpo to Middleton. Here comes the screen. Has a chance. And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Leonard to Ibaka. To Leonard. Nothing going here on that drive. Kawhi Leonard missed his first. That one goes.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Bledsoe to Middleton. And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's got 2 shots coming. A career 74% free throw shooter. First one, count it.
Substitutions, Milwaukee. Substitutions, Toronto.
Two for 2 on that trip. Here comes the screen. Fred VanVleet to Leonard. Now a steal by Milwaukee.
Ed, the reason why this could be the year of the fear of the deer, last season they only had 2 players that shot over 33% from the three-point line. Now you add the Michael Jordan of Delaware and Dr. DiVincenzo and also Pat Connaughton. Those are the floor spacers you need.
And Jay, don't forget Ersan Ilyasova. Talk to the people in San Antonio. Talk to Brett Brown and the Sixers at the end of last year. With his length and his ability to space the floor, that's a great addition for the Bucks. And Giannis Antetokounmpo, you mentioned him. Well, at some point, he's going to be a consistently great three-point shooter. When that time comes, look out. Here comes the screen. And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for 2.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
Oops, he missed the first one. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. Ball's controlled by the Raptors. Fred VanVleet to Monroe. The shot, almost. DiVincenzo to Antetokounmpo. That's no good. To VanVleet. That'll get out off the Raptors. Antetokounmpo. The Raptors able to clear the board. Here comes the screen. Straight on 3. At the buzzer. 3 at the buzzer is good. And a fitting close to this one. They're right back in it after 1 quarter of play. One quarter down. Long way to go. So, buckle up. It's wide open.
Yeah, both teams have came out. They've played with great energy, and they've also done an excellent job of establishing their own tempo. They have to make sure they have to push through that and do more of that in the second quarter.
Has a look. Shot by Valanciunas off the mark.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Brogdon. Add 2 points to the board.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Toronto has the basketball. Here comes the screen. Probing the defense. Fred VanVleet to Monroe. 3 seconds. It's going the other way. May 2018, Jay, the Bucks make the move to Mike Budenholzer roster that's built to win now.
And Coach Bud brings stability to a team that had a lot of question marks around the head coaching position. Jason Kidd gets let go last year. That caused some drama with him and Giannis and the team. They hired Joe Prunty. He comes in. He tries his best. The team ultimately loses in the first round of the Eastern Conference. But now when you bring Coach Bud to the table, you bring offensive fluidity, and that's what this team needs.
Brogdon to Lopez.
Man, I know you see this. Give me a rock.
No good. Defense catching a break there.
Well, you can't finish with your right hand on the left side of the rim. You actually have to use your opposite hand. Steve Nash is one of the best at this. Different shots at different angles, high off the glass, expecting that there are trees down below with long wingspans that can block your shot.
Denied.
Oh, and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Cleared by Ibaka. Across the timeline, it's Lowry. Down 6. To Leonard. Screen coming to Lowry. It's no good. Great defense.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
To Middleton. To Adetokunbo. The Bucks with 4 to shoot. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Lowry into the front court. Now down 6. To Van Vliet.
2 minutes left in the second.
Leonard. That's off the side of the rim. No good. To Bledsoe. Greek Freak for 2. Jumper's good.
There's a reason they call him the Greek Freak. With his ball skills, pretty good. With his height, 6'11". His athleticism, 40-inch vertical plus. And he's most dangerous in transition, which is probably the reason why he had an MVP caliber year with career highs in points, rebounds, and field goal percentage.
To Middleton. Bledsoe shot misses. And the basket good at the rim.
Look, no one was more disappointed in how the 18 season ended than Kyle Lowry. I'm sure he's been playing those games over and over in his mind like a bad nightmare. I would be shocked if we don't see a bigger edge and a bigger chip on his shoulder, because the reality is they need to start finding some answers in the 6 and quick.
Middleton to Bledsoe. From long range. Not there for Bledsoe. Defense all over him. Kawhi Leonard. 2 of 4 now. Giannis with it up top. 4 points the differential as we come up on halftime. Here comes the screen. To Adetokunbo. Nothing going here on that drive. Not that time. Late heave to beat the buzzer. So a tight one as we reach the break in a 1-point game. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks, Ed. Let's get right into the action here. The Bucks have the lead, but not by much. And the offensive glass was their domain. They scored plenty of second-chance points, asserting themselves in the paint. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Milwaukee Bucks. The The Raptors are within striking distance at the half. And that deficit is a negative, of course, but I do see it positive. I really like how they move the ball, keeping each other involved offensively. They've got a nice flow to their game today.
Game track. Field goals.
For each of these squads, the common theme has been a disciplined approach on offense. That's the reason why you're seeing a nice field goal percentage on both sides of the ball. Smart shot selection is a key part of that fact.
Player of the half.
Antetokounmpo was all over the boards in the first half. You've got to appreciate his determination when shots go up.
Who was cold?
Greg Monroe suffered through a scoreless first half. There's just no way to avoid getting called out when you miss every single shot you take. He hasn't been able to get anything to drop. Here we go with the top 3 plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
Leonard to Danny Green. Jonas Valanciunas. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
Old school equals high percentage.
Bucks basketball to Antetokounmpo. Here comes the screen. Able to convert inside. Leonard to Danny Green. Here comes the screen. Leonard. The screen sets him up for 2.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in the defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Leonard to Lowry. Going to launch beyond the arc. And Kyle Lowry, no one in his postal code, hits the 3.
Defense, do the math. You force him to take tough 2s, you'll probably have a better chance to win this game if you can slow down the pace.
They'll get it down low to Lopez. And the reward, he's going to the line.
No, no, no. I'll tell you, the team that makes the little mistakes, like committing unnecessary reach-in fouls like that, will be the team that ends up with the L.
Nope, the first one does not go. Second one goes. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Lowry has the basketball. Oh, they call the foul.
Just a tic-tac foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Danny Green. To Lowry. Lets it fly from long range, and Kyle Lowry still able to get it to go down after the closeout.
And if you're on D right now, if you're off on the weak side, stunt towards the driver. That means fake at him. Don't overcommit. Stunt, then get back to you or stay at home. Force him to make one of those passes or force him to take a crazy shot at the rim.
Antetokounmpo. Valanciunas with the rebound. Lowry into the front court. Up 6. Leonard to Lowry. Oh, he had it. Giannis in control of the basketball. Looking to make something happen. Giannis Antetokounmpo. 4 out of 10.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Lowry to Danny Green. Lowry goes to the left side. To Lowry. 4-3. Kyle Lowry is going to get 3 shots here. For his career, 80% at the line. Knocks down the first. And he hits the second. Whoops, that won't go. Bledsoe with it up top. The deficit is 6.
Right.
From the painted area, won't go down. Here's Leonard for 2. Deep 2 there, won't go.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Adetokunbo, that pass taken away by Toronto.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
Well done, Kyle Lowry. He's now 4 for 6.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Jay, it seems every year Giannis Adetokunbo makes a mega leap. Now he's entering his 6th NBA season.
And Brook Lopez is on the record, the new acquisition for the Bucks, saying that Giannis is the best player in the Eastern Conference. That is saying something when you have Kyrie Irving and Kawhi Leonard. Let's not forget that a couple years ago, we were talking about Kawhi Leonard being the 2nd best player in the game, yet alone the Eastern Conference.
Knocks it down off the step back.
And the true test of a team's character is how they respond when they get hit in the mouth. Keep digging.
Bledsoe to Adetokunbo. To Lopez. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
To Leonard. Here comes the screen. Leonard. The Raptors down to 3 on the shot clock. Kawhi Leonard. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
And remember, Ed, they trailed at the halftime. This is not the same team that we saw in the first half. Playing with a new zest for life, apparently.
Knocked loose. Taken by the Raptors. And a throwdown. Long heave from 3/4 court. 3rd quarter comes to an end. The Raptors enjoying a sizable lead. The Bucks to inbound to start this final quarter. And I think the best way to describe where they stand right now is they're down, but they're not out.
It's a game we used to play in the league all the time. It's called a series of stops. That means get 3 stops in a row. Each game is a game within the game. You get 3 stops in a row, and then another 3 stops in a row, you're right back in this ballgame.
That'll get out off the Raptors. Bucks at the controls. To Middleton. And they call the foul. Careful there, Jay.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
That's his 2nd personal foul.
Middleton. DiVincenzo goes to the right side. Fires the three, shakes free, and hits.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
Leonard to Van Vliet. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
There you go. Finally, shoot your shot.
The Bucks at the controls.
Defense, let's go.
To Middleton. Here comes the screen. Middleton. No good. That's great defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
To Middleton. Knocked loose. Raptors come away with it.
You got to go for the score here right now in this possession.
Give him 2 points. High percentage.
This is where I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Entering the game for the Toronto Raptors.
Antetokounmpo to Brogdon. Shot from the lane won't go. It's the Raptors with the basketball. Lowry to Monroe. The shot blocked by Antetokounmpo.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Shot from in close, no good. Bledsoe with the basketball. His guy's down big, and he scores. Jay, how do you stop that?
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way.
Lowry with it. He'll run the offense. To Danny Green. Lowry. Buries it.
Look, that shot was going up regardless of what the defender was trying to do. That's called a heat check.
Giannis with it up top. Down a bundle.
2 minutes left in the fourth.
Short jumper won't go down. Lowry to Ibaka. Deep right corner. Leonard. That's off the side of the rim. Short. Bledsoe to Antetokounmpo. No good. Toronto with the basketball. Leonard to Lowry. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
Now the Bucks going to signal for a timeout as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Middleton.
Into the game for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Bledsoe to Adetokunbo.
Middleton.
Screen coming.
1 minute remaining in.
With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
I tell you, he's so special, Ed. He makes the game look easy.
A lot of hard work to make it look easy. Oh, bad pass, and the Bucks have it. To Middleton. Knocked loose. Adetokunbo. Off the assist.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Ball's controlled by the Raptors. Sizing up the defense. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Not that time. Giannis in control of the basketball. Trailing by 15 to Brogdon. Wow, that was vicious. Slams it down. It's the Raptors with the victory as they win this one handily. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Jalen Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Raptors got themselves a win here today. And of course, I've got to mention how many times they scored from beyond the arc. They were so confident with the three ball, and it was instrumental to their success. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Toronto Raptors. The Bucks didn't lose big, but it wasn't exactly close either. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup. Check out the leading scores for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Game track. 3-point shooting. Player of the game.
Lowry put up the kind of points that made him an easy choice for this award. He couldn't be stopped. And when he realized he was in the zone, he just took it to another level. Here's our top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.